Hey everyone, what's up? How are ya? Hope you're fine. My name is Anya. It's time for some creepy videos, and I found one about, well, apparently about aliens caught on camera in broad daylight. So I was curious and thought, alright, let's check that out.
Imagine you are on the highway, driving at a normal speed when suddenly you see a flash of light fly past over you. You look up and realize it's like nothing that you've ever seen. But you remember the countless UFO sightings being reported in the past. You know deep inside your heart that this thing will fly away incredibly fast. But it doesn't. Instead it lands. The door opens with a hiss. Green lights flickering, and a pair of alien feet come out of it. And then, as it inches closer, there's a bright flash of light. You wake up, a few days later, feeling drugged, and you have absolutely no recollection of what happened.
That is horrible.
This might sound like a fictional story, which it is, until it isn't. Arizona is home to some of the most famous UFO cases in history, and this UFO/alien sighting is an encounter that is one of its kind. Beginning the night of November 5, 1975, a former logger Travis Walton's experience has perhaps become the most credible account of a UFO and possible alien encounter in history. The case is especially compelling, because several of Walton's fellow loggers witnessed the event too. After calling it a day, Walton and his colleagues got into a truck and set out for home, when they suddenly saw a light in the forest. Initially, they suspected it was a forest fire. Concerned, they moved towards the source of light. And what they saw there was something unbelievable. They found the light emanating from a strange object, hovering above a clearing near the top of a hill. The men allege that the object was disc-shaped, with a smooth mirror-like, metal exterior. As they watched the object in awe, Walton jumped out of the truck to get a closer look. And as he crept up near it, he realized that it was not a very good idea after all. He decided to turn around and make a run, but as though that thing had read his mind, he was immediately hit by some sort of an invisible force that threw him several feet away. At their wits' end, the crew drove away as far as they could from the source of light. And only after the UFO was gone did they come out of their hiding and decided to check on Walton. But it was too late. Walton was gone. An extensive search was made over the next few days, but there was no trace of Walton. Now I know this makes his crew the primary suspects, but here is when things get weirder. After 5 days, Walton shows up, dazed and confused. He claims he regained consciousness along the side of the road, with images of some strange being standing over him, constantly playing in his mind. He, however, remembers nothing else except he found himself walking along a highway 5 days later, with the flying saucer departing above him. Yes, we can say that Walton's story could be fabricated, but wait until you hear this. Walton and his co-workers were awarded a $5,000 prize for Best UFO Case of the Year, after they were said to have passed polygraph tests, administered by the Inquirer and the Aerial Phenomena Research Organization, APRO. Some argue that—
I mean, those tests are, come on. They just prove that they speak their truth. And I'm not saying they're lying, because I've heard tons of these kind of stories meanwhile, and yeah, I believe these people experienced something. I don't know what. Maybe it was exactly like they said. I'm prone to believe these kind of stories way more than all those weird videos. I don't know why. I've said before that if I can see a person and you know, see the body language, that's helpful. But sometimes if you have podcasts, you can't see the people, you can only hear them. You can still get a lot out of the way they tell the stories. And this as well, this is just told by someone else, but I'm pretty sure these people he's talking about did really have some kind of experience. Yeah.
Walton's claim was a hoax, but remember, there was.
Wait, what?
Administered by the Inquirer and the Aerial Phenomena Research Organization, APRO. Some argue that Walton's claim was a hoax, but remember, there was A. A full-scale police investigation. B. There were up to 16 lie detection tests. C. 6 people witnessed it together.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean, usually the more people there are, the harder it gets to tell a lie. From what I learned watching tons of movies with, you know, crime and criminality and all the sorts. I know movies aren't real, but yeah. I mean, these things happen. I mean, crime happens in real life too, and usually, I've also watched a lot of true crime stuff, and usually it was the more people were involved at some point sooner or later, one person either broke down and spilled the beans, or got the facts mixed up, and it all came out that it was a lie. So yeah, I tend to believe this stuff way more than the videos, and as I said, I don't know why.
it is up to us to believe or dismiss Walton's claim, especially because a lot of people have faked UFO and alien sightings in the past, staining the authenticity of authentic videos. Welcome to Lab 360, it is time to explore. Whenever we think of aliens, we think of short green beings with big protruding eyes, thanks to Hollywood.
No.
Throughout the years, of course, the aliens in real life have evolved. But what about the real-life aliens? Where are they? Today, we will look at some of the top alien sightings caught on camera, and together, we will find out how authentic they are. The first in the list is not your typical pop culture alien, no. And, it is not from our planet even. It is from, wait for it, Mars.
Wait, he said it's not from our planet even. I mean, but that's the whole thing about aliens, that they're not from Earth. That was worded a bit weirdly here.
And, it is not from our planet even. It is from, wait for it, Mars. There have been countless strange faces and patterns seen in the images of Mars. But,
Mars.
as we know, those turn out to be nothing but the camera angle and lighting, creating illusions. For example, the famous Martian face, and the famous Martian door, which NASA later explained that they are not what they look like. But what about this? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? NASA has been exploring the Gale crater on Mars since 2012, via its car-sized Curiosity rover. The so-called sighting is little more than a black speck, showing up against a great sky in the black and white photograph, taken on Sol 2446. I, for one, have no explanation, because this doesn't look like a camera trick to me. What do you think it is? Comment your thoughts below. Moving on.
I have no clue, honestly. It could be anything, it could be nothing.
The next in the list is the infamous dead alien found in Russia video. And it shows 2 Russian men finding what appears to be a dead extraterrestrial alien near a tree stump in a snowy field in Irkutsk, Siberia. In the video, the alien looks to be about 2 or 3 feet tall, with a large head and long thin limbs. The video was uploaded on YouTube, with a message, "Your government is lying to you about UFO and alien visitation." It seems
that message would have been enough if it just said your government is lying to you, period.
It's clear that someone's lying all right, but it's not the government. At least, not in this case.
Okay.
Even without getting our hands on what is probably a rubber doll, there are several signs that this video is a hoax. The first is the way the video was shot. It opens with what is called an establishing shot. This is a common filmmaking technique, to let the viewers know where the scene is taking place. The handheld camera then pans right to find the cameraman's companion nearby, and then to a snowy trench leading to what appears to be the small alien creature. It's clear that the filmmakers knew the alien was there, and didn't just discover it on cue. It's also suspicious that the alien just happens to look almost exactly like the popular depictions of little green men. So bottom line, stay away from this video. The next in the list is from 2006. A man named David was asleep in his home in Pensacola, Florida, when the surveillance camera mounted above his bed captured something eerie.
I said that in a previous video. Why do people have surveillance cameras in their bedrooms, above their beds? I find that creepy. Are they afraid that someone will break in and kill them in their sleep? And so they'll at least have a recording of it, or why? I mean, I can totally understand cameras on your property, on the doors, entrance, exits, and all that stuff. But why in your bedroom?
Footage shows a suspicious yellow light coming from David's bedroom door and the eerie figure moving. According to history, it is a mannequin being pushed by another person hiding behind. And if we look closely, that seems to be the case. So this too is a hoax.
Really
Throughout time,
anything.
there has been countless stories of aliens. One such story is that of Barney and Betty Hill.
I heard
In
that
September of 1961, the couple was driving late at night, in the middle of the mountains of New Hampshire, when they saw what they believed to be a flying object in the sky. The first thought that came to their mind was that it must be a plane. But that changed as soon as they saw it swiftly change directions. It is impossible for an aeroplane to change direction so quickly. If this were to happen to you, it would make sense to just keep driving. And the couple did just that. But the mysterious flying object wasn't done with them. Next thing they knew, the flying spacecraft confronted them. What happened next will send chills down your spine. The couple saw humanoid-like creatures come out of the spaceship. Not only that, but pinging sounds started reverberating from their car trunk. Suddenly, there was a flash and they found themselves 35 miles further along the highway, with almost no memory of what had just transpired. While regaling the Air Force with their tale, they said that they had been abducted. This became one of the most famous stories of that time, and became the subject of a book, and the plot of a movie. Their experience was widely considered the start of our collective fascination with aliens. But the reason I talked about Barney and Betty, and Travis Walton in the beginning, is because these stories may either be true, or completely fabricated.
Wait, Travis Walton? I've heard of that story. That's why it sounded... No, I've listened to so many of these things that some of them were just last year and I totally forget about it. And then I listen to something again and it's like, oh, it sounds new but somewhat familiar. And
however, when one plants a hoax and records it on camera to fool the world, they make sure that the subject of extraterrestrials and UFOs is not taken seriously. And videos like these do not help at all. However, the Mars photo looks interesting, doesn't it? What do you guys have to say? Drop in your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Lab 360, because together, we will explore.
Okay, this video was not quite what I had expected. Oh crap, I just wanted to stop it. Cause, yeah, no, it's not quite what I had expected, but yeah, it was okay. I mean, this topic, I've been thinking a lot about this whole alien UFO topic lately, and listening to stuff about it, and sometimes it creeps me. Sometimes I have this feeling. No, wait, where do I start? I mean, we know the YouTube algorithm has changed over the last couple of years, but yet it's still that if you watch certain things, you'll get certain things suggested, right? And yet among these certain things, there can still be a whole big diversity of topics. There. That was, yeah. And sometimes I think the algorithm is reading my mind, because despite all the videos it suggests to me, the titles don't often, when you have a podcast, right, and it's like 1 or 2 hours long, and then they only have certain topics in the title that the topics that they basically talk about, like 20 minutes this, 30 minutes this, 10 minutes this, and in between they talk about other things that are related or not related. And lately it's these little things. I'm listening to this one whole 2-hour podcast on this one topic, and then in between they talk 3 minutes, they talk about something completely different, and it's like, oh my god, that's what I've just been thinking about, and lately it's been like that a lot, and that I just find that so weird. I mean, I totally believe in the universal guidance, you know, and being guided by God and angels and everything, or demons. And lately, that's been working really good. So I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know how they do it. That, but in the first times it kept happening, it's always like, wow, the algorithm is reading my mind, or Google is reading my mind. But no, I know it's not that. But still, it kind of freaks me out sometimes. But all in all, yeah, it's one interesting topic and yet so confusing. I'm also very confused again today and very tired, so it's not the best day to talk about any of that stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. And while I did like the video, yeah, it was not quite what I had expected, but it was fun. I think we're gonna look into the Lab 360 videos again at some other point. I've been wanting to take up this whole alien UFO topic before, you know, look at more of these kind of videos, but that one or two times that I was looking for them, I couldn't find any proper videos for some weird reason. And today this one just came up and I thought, okay, let's try it. You guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. Let me know what you think about the whole UFO alien thingies stuff, topic, whatever. I mean, it's such a vast topic. Oh. Have a great day or great night, and see you in the next video. Bye.